Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome back to another video. Let me light this candle just to give myself a little relaxation. You know what I want? One of those aromatherapy. Oh, don't move my laptop. The I can't think of what it's called, but the oil thing. I would rather have one of those than to always burn candles. All right, anyway. Welcome back to another video. How are you? Welcome, 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 welcome. I almost said how are you again. All right, I am getting ready to do my cash stuffing for my paycheck. I did receive my paycheck yesterday, April the 2nd, April 2nd. However, my pay date truly is April the 4th. So, we'll get into all that. Let me look at my sheet because I actually spent some of the money, so I want to make sure that I am on target with what I'm doing. All right, so I'll move that up there so I can see. And I bought this. This is so cute to me. I bought this from Etsy. It was on sale. I probably bought it over a month ago, at least maybe almost 2 months ago. No, maybe a good month and a half, let's say that. But it was like, you can do this, girl boss, and she pushed her name on it. And it had the zipper envelopes, and then it came with, what was our conversation? It came with these little things on it in here. But, so I was like, it's really, really cute. And I think I was just one of my little moves, and I spent. But I enjoyed this, and I had her put my name on it. And then someone else was selling a dashboard, and I was like, that's what I want. So every time I open this envelope to spend, I remember, you know what? You're on a budget. Why are you digging in here if you don't have it, if you can't afford it? Close this back up and go on about your business. So what I've decided to do for the second quarter of 2024 is, instead of carrying these envelopes around with me, is leaving them home. And when I'm going to the grocery store, grab the grocery envelope or whatever, and just grab that envelope and not always have all this cash on me. These are some new times we're living in, so yeah. Anyway, let's get into it. So I've already put the cash in because I have spent. So, and I don't know why I did not record when I was doing this, but I went back to my envelopes from Conversation. Let's see. Yeah, I went back to these. So for dining out, according to my budget, I'm supposed to put $20 in, which I did. I put 20 in. Going over to Chick-fil-A, getting lunch, spent $11.45. So I have $8.55 left until payday for dining out. It is what it is. My fault. I listen. I'll be taking a lunch, eating some sandwiches or whatever, but that's what that is. All right, so next is giving. And then giving, I put $50 on the budget for giving. I sent $10 to my church family. I did an offering for my church family in Georgia. So I still have $40 left here. Because I got to make sure I do for my local church as well. But I have $40 left here. And then for grocery, so now grocery I budgeted $80. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get a better handle on me and my finances and how I'm spending. So typically I would take that full amount that I put into grocery, put it in my envelope, and would spend it. So like I would spend it. So if I needed anything else for grocery, I didn't understand, like, well, you can't go, you don't have it. Nope, I'm just going to grab it from somewhere else and be done with it. But if I can, so what I did was I'm putting, I think I put 40. Yeah. So I put 40 in here. which is 2010, of course. So I want to split it up. So let's say it's 80. I spend 40 this week, and then next week on Wednesday, because that's typically when I get my paycheck, I can put the other 40 in. The other 40 is sitting back here. Now let's get into household. Let me tell you about household. So when I budgeted, I put $20 into my envelope for household because I said I needed paper towels. So yesterday I went to Publix and they had the 6 pack equals 6 rolls equal 12 of brownie paper towels. Since my Home Depot has let me down. But they had a sign that said bounty. So when I went in there to get some, because that's where I go and get my change. When I when I take cash out of the ATM, I go to the cash desk at Publix. They know me so well. I just give them, actually I give them one of these and they break it down for me if they can. If they can't, they just tell me, can we substitute it? But they are so wonderful. So the lady said, she said, while you're waiting, and she was super nice. She said, we have the brownie in the back. There's a label, and because she was telling her manager what was wrong, there was a price tag on there that said a totally different paper towel at a price, but it was in front of the brownie. So 2 customers had already did it, and she's like, you know what, since you came here at the right time, you can go back there and get you a pack, and I'll give it to you at the cheaper price. And I was like, oh, cool, that was nice. So I'm like, okay, 6 rolls equals 12, $11. That's like $1 a roll. I'm like, cool. But I took myself into Publix today, and those same brownie were buy one, get one free. I took that 6 pack back to the store, had them give me a Publix gift card, and I'm like, I'm not paying $11 for one when I can get 12 packs of the double roll for 15. So anyway, that was my story. This video is like all over the place, but I had to share that with you guys. And that's why for household now, for the paper towels, it ended up being $16.36, but I have what, 12 double rolls? So I have $3.64, which I'm good because I don't need anything else as far as household goes. And now let's get into my spending. So my spending is $40, which should be $20 per week. Well, every time I went into Publix, I spent on stuff that wasn't grocery. I probably got a drink and a Hershey's bar or two. And then I probably got another drink and a Hershey's bar or two because I like Hershey's with almonds. No, Hershey's with peanuts. Whatever the Hershey's is. Whatever that nut is that's inside the Hershey's. So anyway, that's what I bought. $6. So ridiculous. But I have $8 left until Wednesday of next week, and then I can add this 20 in. But I cannot add that 20 in until next week on Wednesday. So, yeah, that's it. I know I was just rambling and talking about everything else, but that is all my money is in my envelopes for this paycheck, and I honestly do not want to have this carrying around with me, and I may eventually try to do this digital. That way I don't have cash laying around as well. But the way these banks and everything else is going, I'm okay with keeping my cash. I am. All right, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting. I appreciate you guys. You guys really are the bomb. All right. Bye.